Contractors is a VR, PvP and PvE shooter that released on PC back in 2018. Like most multiplayer focused shooters on PC VR, it had an okay player base near launch, but quickly died down, and even over weekends, you were lucky to find more than 2 or 3 full lobbies. The developers never gave up on the game though, with regular updates, and eventually they brought the game over to the Quest, as well as releasing excellent mod support. The game is now thriving, with a solid community that keep adding more and more mods, and thanks to crossplay, you will always be able to find a game across multiple different maps, game modes and regions. Let me show you the crazy amount of mods and explain why this is my favourite PvP VR shooter. Let's start with the mods. The developers have done an amazing job integrating mod support into the game, not just for maps, but for custom modes and loadouts. By default, the game comes with 3 loadouts. Standard, which is your modern firearms. World War II, which features weapons from that time period. And Ninja, where everyone moves faster, jumps higher, and only has a bow and arrow and katana to fight with. But modders can actually add their own custom loadouts. You've got Halo loadouts, with all the guns from the Halo series. The original Star Wars Battlefront loadouts with blasters from the Star Wars universe. Team Fortress 2 loadouts. Titanfall 2 loadouts, just to name a few. And they don't just change the weapons, they change the character models to match the game, as well as change movement. So with the Team Fortress loadout, you've got different classes, just like the flat game, with different guns for each class. The Scout, for example, has a pistol and a one-handed shotgun, and you can move quickly. Or the Heavy, who's got a large chain gun, more health points, but moves much slower. Titanfall 2 has got wall running. Halo allows you faster movement with high jumps with lower gravity. The Clone Wars loadout even allows you to use specials, like being Luke Skywalker or spawn in a speed bike. This adds so much variety, not only to the guns, but also how you play the game depending on the loadout the match is running. You've also got an insane amount of custom maps. There's pretty much every Call of Duty map you can think of available to download, from High Rise to Rust, Terminal and Nuketown. If you can think of a popular Call of Duty multiplayer map, it's available. Battlefront maps like being on a speed tram where you have to push from one side to the other. Large open maps like Hoth. Most of the Team Fortress 2 maps are in there with pickups like health and ammo that you simply walk over to pick them up. You've got World War II maps like D-Day, which work great with the built-in World War II weapon loadouts. You can also mix and match, like this game is in a Call of Duty 2 World War II map using the Clone Wars loadout. There are also custom game modes, although most of these are still experimental right now, but the most popular one is the COD Zombies mode. This has got credits that you earn to use to buy weapons, just like the flat game mode. There are always games available with a good variety of modes and loadouts, but if you can't find the game you want, then just start a new one. Me and a friend started a Team Fortress 2 game, and within minutes we had a full lobby. What also makes Contractors great though, is that the base game without mods is really solid. It comes with a bunch of high quality maps, with good variety like the city one, or another one that's set in a prison. The game features loads of good quality built-in weapons, with great attention to detail and realistic gun handling. The guns feel powerful with good quality sounds, and the standard game modes have the perfect time to kill for my playstyle. The enemies take a few bullets to kill, but not too many so they end up feeling spongy. It sits between Onward and Pavlov, and it allows for a faster paced gameplay, but also promotes teamwork, and you can play tactically using cover if you want to. A lot of people compare it to Call of Duty series in VR, which I think is pretty accurate, especially when you're using the Call of Duty maps. It's also oddly one of the few VR games with a jump button. It's something that we rarely see in VR games, and being able to jump over a railing to get out of the way of being shot really adds to your mobility. There's nothing more annoying than having something that's waist high and not having a way to get over it. The game also has PvE modes, which can be played solo or with 3 other players, like a Zombies one, which has got upgrades, and different missions where you've got to escort a VIP or extract some data whilst fighting off human AI enemies. No matter what your playstyle, I feel like Contractors has got something for everyone, and with the mods and crossplay, it's never been more popular. And that's the end of the video. Do you agree? Do you agree that Contractors is the best PvP VR shooter available? And if it's not, what's your favourite? As always, thank you to my patrons and YouTube members for your support.